Lord, Lord, Lord. Oh my goodness. Oof. You know, salute to my ladies, guys. I gotta let it be very known. I just came into this live stream and somebody just said me that Angie Stone song. I know it's shocking because people are like, what? That Angie Stone song is probably one of my favorite, not only song, but a remake because that remake came from. I've never seen a remake from a song from the 1970s that they did over and it meant the same thing, sound just as good, and a woman sung it rather than a man. So the man original version was the OJ's Backstabbers, and then um I guess Angie Stone song is I Wish I Didn't Love You Anymore. God damn, shout out to Kara. Shout out to God. Well, Kara came in as the new member. God damn, shout out to the Green Vegan. God damn. Lord have mercy. Damn. Tell you something, sister. That I'm telling you, that Angie Stone song, man. You know, when she passed away, it fucked with me. I didn't know that. Cause it was like, damn. I wish I could have seen her perform that. I was too young to ever see the OJs perform that, but I wish I could have seen her perform that. And once again, here we go. Can y'all make music like that again, please? Oh, it is right. Hold on. Thank you, dog. See, I got a bad habit of that. Hold on. I got a bad habit of that. I gotta put a post-it on this thing. I'm sorry. It's better now, right? Yep. I got a bad habit of that. Oh my God. I gotta put a post-it because that shit is it's annoying that we gotta keep retweaking that. I hate that. Good Lord. Good Lord. Thank you, darling. Y'all gotta let me know. Green Vegan be on point with that, yo. Y'all gotta let me know when that mic is off. You gotta say, Nate, it ain't right. Even on my phone, y'all gotta tell me because on my phone I bought a mic for that. You're never gonna hear no low budget quality audio from me. I just can't do. I deleted the whole video. I literally did this video hours ago, this stream about this topic, and I deleted it because nobody told me. Nobody told me. God damn. Nobody told me. That Angie Stone song, ladies, goddamn. It's just so amazing, man. That a woman, man, just thank God for women, man. Thank God for women. I don't care what that clown, I don't care what that loser says. I don't care what that sore loser says. Nobody likes him anyway. I don't like a sore loser as a man. I don't that's because number one, that's very contagious. I called one of my boys yesterday, and sometimes you know how you check on somebody. So let me give you a call. Let me go check on them and see if they good. And then you talk. We all do that, right? You just let me just check on them. Maybe I can make me feel better. You know what I mean? And I'm talking to this clan. I'm like, damn, this nigga, what a low. You ever get off the phone like, yo, let me hit you right back. You like, whoa, that was terrible. Like, yo, I wanted to say to my man, I'm like, yo, bro, like, do you like your life? Like, this is, man, killing me right now, bro. What do you mean by that? That's what he would have said. And it's like, just that alone, like, look, yuck. Yuck. I'm sorry, man. Ladies and gentlemen, goddamn, I'm sorry. So yeah, I did this live stream a few hours ago, and I literally y'all didn't even know y'all was sleeping, and I deleted it. You know. By the way, I'm not. I don't. Hey, I got some good news. I don't have a crush on Carucci no more. Yeah, that's over with. We are done. Yeah, we broke up. Really? What? I didn't know. I thought you. Well, me and Carucci are done. We are finished. Okay, we are done. Capito, no more. No more Carucci. No more. You know, I got women that I know that's in my own lifespan of, you know what I mean, that will blow her out the water. They just don't know her because they're not celebrities. You understand? And I'm not discrediting. She's still a beautiful woman, but she's no longer what she was to me. You know what I mean? Because I can't believe yuck. But in her defense, in a light defense with it, in her light defense, in a light defense, Carucci just wants love. You know, even if it's going to be with that old, funny looking ape. I think it's because I don't like him. You know what I mean? And I know brothers be like, you don't like brothers from the South? No, correction. We just did a live stream. I love brothers from the South. As a matter of fact, I love the South. I love the hospitality, what's left of it. I just don't like goofy brothers from the South that shouldn't even be opening their mouths. Yeah, I don't like that. I just don't. I think Deion Sanders is a goofball. You know, he's a clown. How about his kids? I could care less about them. Please, I don't like him. And the fact that I see that fine ass Carucci with that funny looking old ass man, it just says, damn, it's bad out here. It is very bad. Like, you know, understanding a woman is challenging. Let me say it again. Understanding a woman is challenging. So when a man has that ability, oh, forget it. He could accept that challenge and do it right. He's gonna be a problem. Right, ladies? They can be, oh, yes, he is. You ain't lying, Nate. I know a lot more than the average guy. Obviously, that's why I'm doing what I do. But there's still some stuff where I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? There's still some things where I'm just like, oh, I didn't know that. Good looking out. I didn't know. And I say that because, you know, the one thing I learned with a woman will desperately do anything for love, but a man will do anything for what's in between your legs. It's kind of crazy, right? A nigga will do a nigga, a woman will take a nigga from his household. Like, all right, nigga, like I took you from your wife and kids, but shit, a sister gotta have her love. You understand? You ain't gonna take a nigga from his wife and kids to get a nut. Matter of fact, y'all don't bust nuts. Y'all women, y'all come. You know what I mean? You know, we bust nuts. You understand? Big deal. Anyway, but to get to this, right? Shout out to everybody. Hope your day's going well. Yeah, I know there's a big snowstorm coming up here in New York Sunday. It's gonna be big. The mayor just gave some news, and I just like, you know what I think? Politicians make people depressed, man. I'm very serious to that. Let me tell you why a man could destroy your life. Think of a cop that just pulled you over and shot you as a black man for no reason. Now you got to use a bag to take a piss and all. Like, just imagine one man could destroy you. So, in lieu of a woman, right? You understand, like, if that concept goes for us, imagine a woman where you deal with one piece of garbage. Like, and I know plenty of women that got garbage. They got to be reminded every day, even with their kids' father's a piece of dirt. And I know I do have a deep rooted hatred. I do for black lousy men. I do. I have a hatred for them. Like, I don't hate him the way a white man does, because he don't. White people hate everybody, but I have a deep hatred because how bad he could make somebody. You know what I'm saying? So with me, there's a sadness I feel that's in this air, and I'm like, wow, like, say what you want, man, but I tell you, and I know this is gonna sound, you know what I mean, but since this president been here, my friends, my people that supported this nigga, they're terrible. They're not scum in the world of the mode. They're scum in the sense where you're part of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're I don't want to lose a friend because he voted for somebody that's not going to be here forever. But you know what I mean? I will take heed that I should. I don't want to, but I should. I wish I could just cut off everybody that makes life bad for everybody. Like, yo, just fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And singing little wolves. I wish harm on them. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Because to cut somebody off, y'all be like, I'll cut them off. I wish them all the best. Nah, nigga. When I cut you off, I want you to suffer. So that's why I don't want to let go. Because if I cut somebody off, I'm like, I want you to do bad. That's the key of letting you go. You know what I mean? I don't want you to be here and do bad because it's going to bother me. But I could tell you this, right? So this morning, I get this thing with Mandami, our new mayor. And I wasn't really a fan of the nigga because I'm like, all right, why y'all should have put old boy back in there. But there was a governor, he went through his shit before, and they didn't want to put this guy back because he had a sex scandal. And I'm like, yeah, but he's better for the job. He already got through New York with this. He already put New York where it needed to be. We went through COVID with him, and yeah, but he had people die in a nursing home. I'm like, yo, New York is like, y'all niggas got to stop making decisions with your emotions. Get over it. You don't have a friend if y'all niggas are holding on to the past. It's like, you just let them go. It's toasted. Fuck that relationship. You understand? So, anyway, they purposely didn't vote for this man. And now we got this fucking young punk in there. Sandwich eating ass, steak and cheese, sandwich eating ass motherfucker. Now, unlike most Staten Islanders, I don't like them for that reason. They just on some racist shit. I don't like them because I'm like, yo, something about this dude I can't get into. And today was the day. So he says, come Monday, whether there's a snowstorm or not, that school is going to be open. Remotely or whatever. Like, they got to still do it remotely. And I'm like, my man, if it's going to be 12 inches of snow, what about the people that own homes, nigga, and got to be shoveling and dealing with that shit all day? Now they got to stay home with their kid. Doing remote, and they can't even get to their damn walkway. And y'all niggas gonna give niggas fines if they're like, you gotta start thinking of the pressure of what's the big deal, nigga? Just give these niggas a day off and let them make up for it Tuesday. Why be a dick? And see, one thing I despise, I think every DIC case should be shot, like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hate dicks, man. You know what I mean? I really, really do. Shout out to Carol. Welcome back. Yes. So my point is, in that little position, I said, yo, my mood just changed. And I said to myself, well, why does it change? Fuck them, nigga. You can't make nobody do nothing. Like, the fuck out of here. Like, if my daughter goes to school, if she doesn't, whether she does it remotely or not, nigga, if we ain't doing it, we ain't doing it. Not saying I will, but and teachers got to think too. If y'all doing shit remotely and y'all just dismiss the class, fuck that nigga. Like, I've learned with people, when people make shit hard, new landlord, new person on the block, when people make shit hard, y'all gotta start retaliating on niggas, man. Let niggas know shit ain't gonna be sweet around here. Cause some people just know how to fuck with people and they don't understand. There should be repercussions. Years ago, when the new person came on a block, it was supposed to be this promise of things getting better, and it's never like that anymore. New developers in the neighborhood, somebody bought up a development or a house across the street, it never, ever goes good. because now you living in a world now where it's just the dickhead just is a dick. And that dickhead has a negative impact on society. He really, really does. Shout out to Jordan. So I've learned now to, you know what? This is why the world's so twisted up. Like, y'all going to work, y'all got Trump supporters. These niggas ain't benefiting shit. Nothing. Not at all. My accountant told me the deepest shit when I talked to him about that presidency early last year during, I was doing my taxes. He said, that shit none of this stuff's gonna concern you. Don't even think about it. Anything that goes on is not gonna concern you. It's not even your problem. Basically, in a nutshell, nigga, you're not a billionaire. You're not there sitting with him. All that shit that goes on is a whole bunch of shit you just gonna be worrying about. And boy, that was the illest shit he did, because he just kept it short and sweet. So in a positive way, this is why you need good men to get you through the day, good people to get you through life, good day to get you through anything, through a storm. So we can have one man just make shit bad. You understand? So, I wanted to bring that. So in respect to that, prior to this, hours before, I had a brother, he reached out to me. Salute to everybody. We do have sound effects now. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. And we have updates, man. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is right now, as you can see, fuck the news. I ain't paying attention to none of that shit. I ain't gonna be feeding it. I don't want to feed into nothing, because I see the world is all twisted up. People are twisted up. People are sad. People are angry. People are depressed. I don't want to pay attention to none of that shit, man. I'm fucking done with y'all niggas, man. Fuck out of here, man. I'm just gonna say, man, start retaliating on dicks. You gotta give bodily harm to niggas, man. Seriously, let niggas know, yo, you come up in here and fucking mess with people's shit, there's gonna be serious repercussion. That's it. Niggas just gotta realize. See, that dickhead, he gotta know shit is real when he's sitting in the bed like, goddamn, they said I can't move my legs and hands anymore. Yeah, because you fuck with the wrong person. And I feel that's the problem now. All y'all people talk about cutting Trump supporters out your life and all that shit. Don't even waste your time with that. They want you to do that. They want you to do that because all you doing is empowering them. They ain't feeling any better. You know what I mean? You gotta stay away from them when that nigga get out of office. That's when you fucking get them. That's all. Just disappear. If you're gonna do it, don't do it now. It's their time. So all you just doing is you can't let a troll be a troll and try to execute him when he's a troll. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get him when he's least expected. When that troll falls, don't pick him up. That's all. That's how you got it. If you're going to do it, you got to do it rough. You understand? And this goes for a lot of you niggas too, because this is a topic I normally don't even talk about. It's kind of weird. And, I had a brother yesterday and he said, yo, Nate, with all due respect, fuck with you. What up, brother? Salute, bang, bang, bang. I ain't gonna say his name. That's confidential. He said, big bro, what do you think about a man? Should a man go through a woman's phone? And I said, you know what, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know how to answer that one. Because right now I'm going through this mode of this transition now, because I just got a pile of new learning. You know what I mean? It's like a store that tells you, yo, man, we just got a big shipment. Just come back in another month, maybe 2 months, because I'll take care of you then, but I got a lot of work to do, right? So as I'm listening, I said, listen, I know we talk all the time for men not to go through a woman's phone, and you shouldn't. A lot of you niggas that do that shit, a lot of you niggas do it, and a lot of y'all niggas ain't gonna do it if you know I know, because you're gonna tell me you don't do that because it's weak. It is. Any man that got to go through his woman's phone, my father used to always say, if you got to go through a woman's phone, you don't need to be with her. So that's right off the rip. Now, again, that's the question I got to give. I don't want this to happen like the Jenny Jones show where she brought the dude on there that was straight and the gay man had a crush on her. Then he bodied the nigga and murdered the nigga 2 days later. I don't want shit to be a cause. So even if I really did feel a certain way. I would never tell a man to go through a woman's phone, and the next thing you know, they're like, yo, I heard this shit on Nate's show. He told her to go through it. I went through it, and I ended up killing her. No. A woman going through a man's phone is probably not as bad as a man going through a woman. Man going through a woman's phone is very dangerous. Very dangerous. So, you know what I mean? That's one thing. But to answer your question, I said, this is my interpretation of it. If you got a lady, and I ain't saying a lady can't slip, shit happens, you know what I mean, nigga, you know what I mean? People are people. I'm not saying a lady should never go. But if you got a true lady, you got to think about it like this, fellas. Right? Peep game. A woman going through a man's phone, ladies, you know it's going to be habitual. You know you're not going to stop. You know it's going to be a habit. You know you're never going to stop doing that. A man is a man. If you got your impact male, he'll allow you to go through it. You know, when do we know we got a good situation, Nate? When a nigga tells you, well, I got nothing to hide. I keep my phone in. My wife knows. My wife has my passcode. Don't even bother going through his fucking phone. You know what I mean? Just go out and cheat and go fuck another nigga. Because he ain't leaving. I'm telling you that right now. Go out and then get you some dick on the side, plenty of it, because that guy is never leaving you. Any man that says to you and allows you and leaves his phone on the table because you have his passcode and he doesn't care, mind, that's one. But then there's another type of guy, the smooth operator. A man that could leave his phone home without announcing it because he feels his wife would not look through it because that's not her character. He ain't worried about shit anyway. If anything, she's more dangerous because whether she looks through it or not, she knows her man. You dig where I'm coming from? So to answer that, me personally, I leave my phone out. And my wife, she doesn't give me the impression she looks through my shit, but there's no data in there that's going to be enough for her to even find anything anyway, because whatever's private is on lock. And the way my feature is, whatever you send, it disappears. So that's a good thing to have on your feature phone too. Just don't keep the messages there. You know what I mean? A lot of you niggas on the serenade, look back at shit. Set your shit up, especially WhatsApp. Set it up where disappearing messages. Disappearing messages are great because there's nothing there. But I think at this point, I don't even care because my whole thing is ain't no action really happening like that for her to be worried about. So that's my rendition of it. However, if a man, would I tell you, yeah, I'll leave my shit there? Nah, I'm not going that far. If I left the house and I got my daughter playing with my phone and I feel that my wife looked through it, it's almost to the point like what difference does it make? I don't know what she's seen 10 years ago. I don't know what she's seen 15 years ago. Because according to her, she don't fuck with my phone. Feel what I'm coming from? So that's not an issue in my damn department. I got other issues that may go on in my marriage, but it ain't that. That's the least of our worries. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with bigger shit. But everybody's not me. I'm just telling you, if a nigga, because that's why I leave my phone. I could kill my wife, got my shit away. I could kill, because I leave my nah. That guy that's an impact. Like that first and foremost, no man should believe that. So that's bullshit. I don't go as far as that. I ain't gonna sit there and tell my wife, yo, you got the passcode. You could just, we don't have that type of marriage. Now, with that being said, what do I feel a man in that caliber should do? You should always guard your phone, nigga. Place your phone down. You don't know what one of my niggas may send me. It ain't got nothing to do with a girl. You could have a girl to send you some shit that ain't even your girl. She could have been random. She could have been an ex-girlfriend. She could have been somebody playing a joke on you. You can't get caught in that. Like, there's too many different variables. WhatsApp already loads the picture on the thing into the thing. But once again, if trust and believe If there was some shady shit going on and my wife found out through my phone, she's not going to be able to hide that. She's not going to be, the tone's going to tell me that something went wrong. You understand where I'm coming from? So if she did that, hypothetically, you know what I mean? It ain't going to make anything any better. I'm just telling you that. If you want to challenge me and look through something, nigga, you have to get in my mind. The phone is nothing. That's just a device. You have nothing concrete on the phone ever with me. I don't care if it's a porn clip in there. There's too many ways to dance around shit. So that's meaningless. But if a man gives you that credibility to do it, he's a sucker. So you as a woman, knowing you a woman, you know a man is a man, and you looking through a man's phone and you got you a little good guy that happened to be slipping because he's trying to be a player, that's different. Look through his shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you could dominate him because, number one, he ain't leaving. He ain't leaving whether you cheat. You probably leave him, but he ain't going to let you go. So that's a toss. A man's phone is nothing good is going to be in there. Even if he's watching certain pornos. What happens if he got a link that he didn't take out? What if we got a private chat or whatever? How long was I muted for? Somebody tell me how long was I muted for? How long was I muted for? Tell me how long I was muted for, because I gotta keep my this mix. I mix. Let's keep bugging. Why is this shit tripping like that? doing some crazy shit. 2 minutes? Oh man, fuck. All right. What's the last thing y'all heard? Did I tell you about my man that had his wife fingering himself? Tell me. Shout out to Misha. What up, Misha? God damn, I haven't seen Misha. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen. My bad. Shout out to January. Oh man. Okay. What's the last thing I said? What's the last thing I said? I gotta rewind that. I gotta rewind that. Y'all didn't hear that? Damn. Okay. Fuck. Oh man. Shout out to Real. All right. So hold on. Hold on. All right. Tell me the last thing, because I don't want to skip a beat with this shit. This shit is hot. Yeah. All right. So, damn. Fuck. 3 minutes is a long time. Okay. Started with the phone. All right. Cool. Cool. So, anyway, right. So, my man's wife is a slut. Let me just keep it a stack. You know what I mean? I love her. She good people, but she's a hoe. I wouldn't marry nothing like that. I'd fuck her, but I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I wouldn't marry that. Anyway, he married her. You know what I'm saying? And one day, the nigga felt he should go through her phone. Now, there's no reason to go through a hoe's phone. It's just the dumbest shit to do. Like, what, all you're gonna do is make. This is the problem when you go through people's phone, whether it's my wife or anybody. You're gonna make the game better. You should never do that. Never ever do that. If you have the ability to look through a woman's phone and never tell her shit, then that's all. Then it's different. But what's the point? What are you going to do? Now I'm going to not cheat on her. And now I'm going to cheat on her and do my thing. I mean, you're a man, nigga. You should be doing your thing any fucking way, bozo. It's the key is your woman you shouldn't have a woman that's doing her thing. That's the problem. So anyway, he looks through her phone. She's in the shower fingering this video of her fingering herself. And she sends the video to this dude. So she's looking not only at a text, there was a video in there of her finger. Number one, he never had that video, so that's some shit she made for him. The nigga caught her. He goes and tell her what's the fuck's going on with this. And she does what I tell every woman to do. She denied the fuck out of it. Now y'all can blame that shit on AI, everything, right? So she was like, I don't want to talk about it, blah, blah, because the warning signs was he made a big purchase, right? And they were trying to buy whatever. And she got really angry about this purchase. It was so stupid. I'm like, oh, she's fucking somebody. I knew it, but I never told him that. Because it ain't going to matter anyway. It ain't like he going to leave her. Y'all, a lot of y'all niggas be wasting time telling, yo, son, that's why. Nobody leaves when you giving niggas advice like that. So just don't worry. I mean, I have niggas call me up and it was like, yo, Nate, I'm with so-and-so, and I know you know her, y'all close, but is she selling any pussy? And I told the nigga, I don't think she's doing nothing like that. Then he sent me the video of some dude, some girl that aired her out and was telling she gonna be in a hotel with this client and shit like that. Anyway, he found out that his wife was a prostitute. His girl was a prostitute. His wifey is my homegirl. And obviously, I had her back, you know what I'm saying? But he ended up staying with her any fucking way. You see what I'm saying? So it's a waste of time. But anyway, my man, basically he upgraded her. He stayed with her, you know what I'm saying? And so what's the point? Like, now what happened is his wife is still fucking a nigga. They just ain't doing that because she got caught doing it. See, so if he looked through her phone and seen that, he was able to chill without being emotional. Even if he did that, what's the point? You're not going to leave her. So I feel this question is dependent on what kind of man are you and what kind of woman you got. A real man is never going to look through a woman's phone. He's just not going to do it. However, if something comes into your lap, then that's different. Meaning it's 3:00 in the morning, you washing dishes. You got in late from work, you washing dishes, your wife left her phone, and then you see 5 texts or a missed call. And that shit may say Andre. You're like, who the fuck is Andre? So if a nigga, there's 2 ways he can handle this. He could either open the phone, Or he gonna wake his wife up and say, who the fuck is Andre? I think that's more the manly way to do it. I personally wouldn't look through the phone. Now, the reason why this is a challenging for me, because I haven't looked through a woman's phone personally, probably since the BlackBerry. And even then, but maybe it was the Nextel. I don't even remember, because I had a situation where me and my chick at the time was in the bed, and she got a late call. And I remember her phone ringing. No. It was her landline, right? Now, mind you, let me just give you a disclaimer. I knew my bitch wasn't shit. Let's not. She wasn't a lady, number one. But you know what I mean? Let me just clear that up. I knew what I had. I loved her, don't get it fucked up, but you know what I'm saying? I wasn't shit, she wasn't shit, but me being shit is a regular thing because I'm a man, and her not being shit is you know what I mean? It's not good for me. So, anywho, her phone rung. I picked it up, 2:00 in the morning, the landline. I said, hello? And he said, hello? And I said, hold on. And I gave her the phone. So she, whatever it was, she got him off the phone quick, because I guess it was the coworker nigga that she was fucking. Because I caught her with the nigga with her pants down. Much later. So I said, yo, do me a favor. I said, who was that? She said, Eric. And I said, yo, do me a favor. Tell that nigga don't be calling here no fucking 2:00 in the morning. So what I was trying to let her know was, all right, you know what I mean? Let me let her know that I got it. So now it ends up happening, you got to be careful with that, because a lot of times if you start doing the little same sucker shit my man would do, like, who was that? And, you know, this is fucked up, you are just going to make her game better. And as the man on the side, I know a nigga's dangerous. If I'm fucking with a girl and her husband asked her that and he kept it pushing, I'm like, yo, you better chill, because fam is too quiet. But if I know you got a sucker husband and he's on your back, I'm probably still not going to chill, but we're going to have more of a disrespect for the husband. You feel where I'm coming from? Because the nigga that's too quiet, I don't know how that nigga moving, and now shit may get a little dangerous. Because you never let a woman get comfortable with your comfort. You know what I mean? So anyway, moving along, I ain't make no big shit of it because I couldn't. What am I going to do? We're going to break up because your nigga called your phone? It's called Exhibit A. It's called Exhibit B. You got to just chill. Because if it's meant for you to know, you will find out. And mark my word, a year later, I walked in her fucking crib and there was another nigga in the house, and it was him. Okay? Nate, was she a hoe? Is there a difference or not? Was she a hoe or not? Poop? I guess she was trying to say something else. No, my bitch was a hoe. I ain't gonna lie. She was a hoe. That's how I met her. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I ain't gonna even lie. She wasn't a lady. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. She was. You know what I mean? She was, just for the fact of how I caught her and how I met her. It's how you met a woman is how you gonna lose her. You know what I'm saying? I knew what it was. We was having fun. She was a jump off, and then she had an intention, and I fell right into it. You understand what I'm saying? I shouldn't have wifed her, but you know. And nigga be like, oh, I was doing my thing. Me doing my thing is an understatement. That's her doing her thing is worse. I don't give a fuck who I fuck. She fuck one nigga, I'm finished. That's the power of a woman. You know what I mean? The issue of our relationship wasn't me. The issue was her getting caught. And we love hoes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. She had some amazing pussy. Amazing pussy. Amazing. The sex was off the chain. She had a little son. She cooked her ass off. She had a nice crib. We got along. And then, you know what I mean? When I got back from Cancun, she's like, you going to be my boyfriend. You going to be my man. I never forget what she said. I said, she must be out of her fucking mind. I remember telling my homegirl that, because I remember we was picking up to hang out with us. And I was like, this bitch she was walking through the lobby. She like, shit, you going to be my man. I said, get the fuck out of there. She got the audacity. And showed up. She was right. That nigga started coming to that crib every day. Fantastic sex. Oh my goodness. And my father said, Junior, I tell you, man, you can't make a hoe into a housewife. You know better. You know, she's supposed to be fun, have fun with her, but don't make her your girl. And I was like, damn, Dad, this is so good. She had a good job. You know what I'm saying? We was chilling. But she was a slut. So I just feel that there's no point on looking through a woman's phone and you know what it is. You understand where I'm coming from? You just got to just be prepared. It's like a snowstorm, nigga. You know it's gonna happen. You just don't know when. You live in New York. You live in California. You know there's gonna be an earthquake in that motherfucker. Why would you move there? You understand what I'm saying? So it wasn't all her fault. I knew better. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what I was shaking and baking, it still belittled me as a man because she was my girl. So I'm on the other side of the fence. Yeah, she was. I'm telling you, everything about her, man. I'm telling you, this motherfucker was fine, fantastic, and I'm a nasty nigga. I love the fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? So I you know what I mean? She would just have some good shit. She had some amazing shit, and she know how to do the position. She know how to look good. She was just you could fuck her anywhere. The stairs, the car, anything. Dude, we were younger, so you know how to go. But anyway, at that point, was it love? Was I really in love with her, or was I pussy whipped? Or was I pussy whipped, or was I infatuated? And you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different level when you're in love, because when you're in love with a woman, sex is not even a factor. But when you're infatuated with a woman, the sex is the big thing. You know what I mean? Whether it controlled you, whether it got you into her. So she got me into that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing. So, anywho, I had another case with her. And it was one day she told me, yo, listen, could I open the door, get her son from the day, whatever he was coming from school, bring him home because she was working late. And I remember I went to the crib. I don't know if I picked up her son or whatever. Whatever I did, I went to the kitchen. Now, if anybody know me on a personal level, y'all know I like washing dishes. So I was washing her dishes and I was putting her forks, knives in a drawer. So when I was looking for the drawer to put it in, I seen this fucking letter from a jail. Now, so I see the shit said whatever prison, it was New York. I don't know if it was Comstock, was it Clinton, one of them jails and shit from New York. We all know. Niggas that live in New York know what I'm talking about. And that shit was like, that shit was like, boom. I was like, oh shit, the fuck is this? And I see her name on there. So I was like, hold the fuck up. Who the fuck is this nigga? And he got her name on it. Her full name was on that letter. So I was like, all right, let me open that. The letter was already open. You know, like when they open the letter with a knife. So I opened this shit. And no lie, ladies and gentlemen, that shit was like, yeah, I missed that fat ass. Thank you for the money you sent me. This fucking bitch sent, she sent this nigga money. Now, mind you, we living in a different world now. You got JPay, you got emails, you could email inmates and shit. But back then, there was none of that. This shit was just straight letters, written letters. So I'm pretty sure they still do that, still write letters, right? So that's all I remember in the thing. So I was like, hold the fuck up. So I said, should I call her now or wait till she get home? Because if I call her now, she's going to have a whole bunch of time to make up on what it is. This shit was such a blow to me. I said, fuck this. I called her at work. I said, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Who is so-and-so? So she said, who? Because she was all regular, hi, baby, and I'm on the way home, and, I'm going to cook, and boom, boom. And I'm like, well, hold on. Who the fuck is so-and-so? She was like, huh? And I was like, who's so-and-so? She was like, oh, that's my, I forgot what she said. It's a long time ago. And whatever it was, I was like, all right, fuck it. Anyway, she got home, and I was like, yo, I'm out. Fuck out of here, you nasty bitch. Cursing out. You sending this nigga money behind my fucking back, you nasty bitch. Now, mind you, I was kind of playing the game because I wanted to see how much, you know what I mean? How much effect could I have on her? Let me play some head games on her. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if y'all remember, I forgot the movie, but there was a dude, they did a rendition of this play of A Raisin in the Sun. I remember the actor was on a stage, and he was not Louis Gossett. I forgot this actor's name, but he was crying. I remember, when people cry and the spit is hanging off their mouth and all that, and like a real cry like this. I said, this nigga's an actor. Like, this motherfucker was crying. I never forgot this. Well, I gotta just remember his name. It was like the Beverly Hills Cop duo. Does anybody remember that 1980s brother that he used to be with a white dude? They had that same routine like Beverly Hills Cop, like the white boy and the black dude, like Eddie Murphy, and you know what I mean? What's his name? It's not Lou Gossett, it's another name. Damn, Danny Glover. That's funny because I started thinking of Danny Glover's song from Nicki Minaj and Young Thug. That was my shit too. But anyway, wow, I was thinking about so much shit. So anyway, yo, she walks in the house, right? I'm in the kitchen. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, you nasty bitch, whatever. I'm out. Started packing my shit up. Yo, she was grabbing onto my leg like, yo, I never experienced nothing like this. That's one thing about hoes I love, man. This motherfucker I was trying to leave the house. She's on the floor holding on to my ankles as I'm trying to leave her. She's crying, no, please. Yo, she was crying so bad, it reminded me of Danny Glover in the movie. I mean, in the stage play. They filmed it. Maybe I could find that shit. Hold on. I swear to goodness. Yo, just imagine I'm in my big ass, right? And I'm trying to walk and I'm dragging her, but I couldn't fucking leave because she's dragging she's on my ankles, ladies and gentlemen, crying. I swear, hold on, I found the Danny Glover and the Raisin in the Sun. I'm going to show you how she was crying. I just found this shit. Hold on. Oh, somebody, hold on. I got to do this. The Danny Glover. She was crying. Nah, I got to watch the whole thing. I'm going to watch that shit today. I'm going to show y'all. Danny Glover, 1989. They did him and Esther Rowe. They did this shit on stage. And this nigga was crying with spit hanging out his mouth. I've never seen any acting like this, man. If there's anything I want to do as a stage play, we need to talk about that. But anyway. Yo. I couldn't believe the response. She was so fucked up, right? Now, obviously, I got weak because I didn't leave. Yo, it was horrible. So I don't think her son was there. Because now I'm thinking I'm mixing up something. Because she wouldn't have been crying hysterically like that. She was on the floor. I'm in a hallway by the elevator. She's on the, no. Let me tell y'all something, ladies and gentlemen. When a woman did not grow up without her daddy and she falls in love with a man and fucks up, I know a lot of men can understand it. Like, how do you love a man? But some women could be like that. Like, they have a whole ability, but they still could be in love with a nigga to that point. My point is, what I'm making to you is that you can't make her into something you want her to be. You know what I'm saying? I knew her character. So to look through her phone, which I never did, and or search for stuff, which I never did, it's gonna come to you. You don't got to look for it. Shout out to Xavier. I'm telling you. You ain't got to look for it. I'm telling you right now. Believe me when I tell you. When you got a woman, I always tell brothers, man, sit back. Just chill. Because human nature, when people don't think you know nothing, it's like, and you keep telling them, yeah, because I'll be on point with everything. Don't do that, because then when they on point, you lose, you know what I mean? You lose your points. So when that happened, it wasn't a thing like I was no sucker, like, yo, we cried together. Nah, it wasn't nothing. If anything, I felt bad, like, God damn. Like, but at the end of the day, I knew I was bullshitting because I wasn't going to really leave her because I ain't like I caught her fucking. You know, it was a letter. You know, you don't got no control over what a nigga says. So it's the same thing with a woman. If you look through her phone, you can't control what a man says to her. If a nigga says to my wife, I miss you, you know, I would have been, you know, I miss that ass and all this, that, and man, bang, 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 and all that extra shit. And I happen to see that, she don't got no control over that. You really can't bust a woman until you catch her in red-handed. Honestly, you really can't. Because at the end of the day, if you walked in your house and that nigga's in the bed with your wife and he on top of her, then you caught her. But you can't catch a woman because she was in a car with another nigga. You could catch her in a way where you was with another nigga and you ain't tell me, but you ain't really have no proof that she was fucking him. You understand where I'm coming from? I never caught a woman fucking a nigga, technically, but you could catch a woman red-handed on some like, well, who is this, that, and the third, whatever. So the point I'm making is this. Looking through her phone is just going to make you worse. If you got an inclination that your girl is doing something, just sit back. It'll come to you. It will. If she is, because what don't hurt you, what you don't know won't hurt you. It's true. Like, don't put yourself in a position, because once you start looking through a woman's phone, that becomes habitual, and you're never gonna stop doing that. Now you're a sucker for real, because only a pussy would do that. You know what I mean? This letter fell in my hand. I wasn't looking for that shit. I opened the thing and I see some inmate letter. I'm like, she should have put it in the drawer. She should have put that shit up in she could have put that shit anywhere. She could have put it in her damn folder. I would have never found it. You know, but she put it in the drawer in the kitchen. You know, and she didn't put it in the drawer with the forks and knives, but it was another, you know, like a bullshit drawer. Like, you know, you probably put tools there, a screwdriver. It was there, right there. So these situations teach you certain things that you cannot entertain. I'm going to keep it a stack with you, man. If you looking through a woman's phone and you know you got a woman, don't bother. You know what I mean? Because niggas like you is niggas I laugh at when I'm fucking with the side bitch that got you at home as a boyfriend. See, the nigga that's dangerous is a nigga that don't give a fuck. The nigga that don't look through your shit. The nigga that what you told him? Oh, I told him I'm going to my girlfriend's house. And I'm like, that's it? Yeah. And he didn't call you? Nah. I'm like, oh, she got a bigger problem. She need to watch him. You dig what I'm saying? I had a chick that used to come out here from Queens all the time. Every time her man go out there and do dirt, she like, what you doing tonight? I'm like, all right, come through. And she'll come out here to the island and we get busy. And her man, I used to say to her, I'm like, yo, how you getting out the crib? She said, well, he don't say shit because he didn't give a fuck. But what was more dangerous about that was, yo, are you looking in your rearview mirror when you leaving here? Because now there's no telling what happens. It's too quiet. But there was no looking in the rearview mirror because he was leaving the crib before her. He was going out there because from man to man, that means he had another situation. I know he did because I'm a man. He didn't give a fuck. So that situation is good for me. It's safer, but then again, how safe is it? We don't even know what type of time he's on. When you got a dude, every girl I dated in my life that had a jealous boyfriend or a nigga that looked through the phone, those are the best bitches to be with. The only problem is if he catch you, we're fucked. They the nastiest, and they always changing their game plan because the nigga's stupid. He looking through her phone. He know what he married. He knows she's a slut. He know what it is, and now the nigga want to be on some Billy Badass. That nigga's dangerous because she could fuck around and slip it. The nigga be at my doorstep. So again, Any man that looks through a woman's phone like that usually is a reflection of him. So what kind of man are you? You know what I mean? You know you slipped. You know you got your shorty. She a little. You know, you took her from another nigga. What you expect? Like looking through her phone because she did that to you. That's how she did with her ex-boyfriend. Like you just gonna have to just suck that one up. You know what I mean? If it's meant to be for y'all to be together, it's meant to be together. Fuck it. But if it comes in your hands, pause and like it comes to you, then it's different. Do not look through a woman's phone. If you don't listen to me and you have an ulterior motive or you have an exhibit, take an exhibit A and B and just add up. But if you have a probable cause because you felt like, yo, Nate, I had to do this, listen, I don't support that, but I get it. Does that make sense? I don't support it, but I get it. Because even my man finding out that his wife was fucking with this other nigga and he called the nigga a chump. No, nigga, my man's a chump because you're still with her. She's fucking up majorly today. This audio's really bugging today. I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna have to change out of StreamYard. This shit is garbage. StreamYard's fucking up. All this shit is fucking up. What's the last thing you heard me say? This fucking audio's getting worse, man. It's getting worse. It's just getting me frustrated. It's just getting me frustrated like a motherfucker. I can't stand it. It's just killing my whole live stream. All this shit is garbage. Yeah, I gotta report this. This shit is not doing good. Basically what I was saying, you know what you with, you know what you got. It defeats the purpose. All you're doing is just making her worse. You're gonna tighten up her game. That's why it's not good to do that. So if you with a woman and you know she's a woman and you know her capabilities, or you just a man and you need to find out, what's the point of finding out, nigga? Like it ain't like you're gonna go get a fucking better woman. You just got to take heed that that's just what it is. You know, when you in a situation and you trying to make a hoe into a housewife or any format like that, you got to know what you're working with. I knew what I had then. You know what I'm saying? And even then, I wasn't doing that shit. I wasn't looking and snooping through because I didn't even want to know because I knew what it was. I knew the capability that one day this I know this ain't right. You know, some shit you just know like this ain't right, and then eventually, you know, shit's gonna be to where it is. But now when you got a lady, you can't bring that same smoke to her because you got fucked over in the past. See, a weak nigga would do that. So I don't have that type of relationship with my wife. We don't have that type of, you know what I mean? I don't play games with that. We playing the game, we playing the game, but I never accused her no shit like that because you know what I mean? I don't got no trauma where I'm bringing her. I knew what I was when I had it. So whether I got a hoe as a fucking girlfriend or a lady as a wife, you know what I mean? I would never do that. But if something comes into my lap, then it's different. You know what I mean? When me and my chick lived together at the time, it was we living together. You know what I mean? So when I picked up the jack, I just gave her the phone. I ain't put there, yo, who this nigga? Fuck out of here. Don't ever call. You know, I ain't that nigga. I gave her the phone. He the one that fucked up. You know what I'm saying? She probably told that nigga today, what the fuck did you call for? What did he say? He didn't really say nothing. He just said, yo, tell your people's gonna be calling up here after a certain time. You know, I wasn't tripping because I didn't have nothing. It ain't like I know they was doing anything. I just had to tell her the facts and stick with what it was. And then to this day, my ex would tell me, she never was sleeping. She wasn't sleeping with the nigga when I caught her. I said, it wasn't the fact you were sleeping with him. You had the nigga in the house, period. That's fast forward when we broke up. I didn't cut you off for the nigga being with you. You know what I mean? Is the nigga was in the house. He wasn't supposed to be there. The end. That's all I had. So you got to think about that same situation. A lot of people don't understand. Like, You ain't got nothing substantial on a woman, nigga. Don't even bother. And the more you look through a woman's phone, the more you just gonna up her game. You're gonna fuck around with that phone one day, and his passcode's gonna change. And then you're gonna be asking her, why you change your passcode? Now you blow your cover. Now she know you a fucking mark. You know what I mean? And that just creates a whole bunch of problems. You're going to be one of them insecure niggas. Now you probably want to go shoot steroids now to look tough because she fucking a nigga that look better than you. Like, you don't want that problem. It's just best to just leave certain shit alone and keep it moving. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. I got to get out of here. You know, that's just what. Never look through a woman's phone. And if you do remember I warned you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be habitual. It's going to make you weak. And it's not a good feeling. I wouldn't suggest it. But if you feel you got probable cause because you minding your business and something popped up, then, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know, you got to do what you got to do. I get it. I'm not going to fully judge you disrespectfully, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't necessarily start looking through her phone. If a call popped up and, you know, it's late at night and you happen to see Andrew, whatever, and you like, okay, you could just kind of, you know, if you feel you got to ask her like, yo, who's Andrew? You could be surprised, you know what I mean? But again, what good is it going to do? She could tell you it's Andrew, a coworker, he's nobody, and they fucking. So, you know, that's what I would tell the girl. If I was dating a girl that had a boyfriend, I'm going to tell her I'm just a coworker, nigga, that's all. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I love you all, and I hope that this answered your questions. But yeah, women, don't look through a man's phone either. You know how that goes. That's not going to do anything. He's a man. You already know what it is. Unless he's a henpack, you know what I mean? Use that shit as an excuse and just go fuck somebody else, you know? Use that shit as an excuse, you know? Believe me, because then he's like, oh, well, you're not picking up. Where are you? I'm so sorry. And you're like, all right, that's when you fuck your little side boyfriend. Get a boyfriend, you know? But other than that, that's if you got a henpack. But if you got a real nigga, don't ever do that, because he finds out you looking through his phone, you're fucking cooked. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. I hope I answered your question. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And class is dismissed. Peace.
Oh! Yeah. What's up? Yeah.